I want to talk to you today about the clear and present danger of all mRNA shots. I don't care what they say it'll do for you. You've already been warned by me and others about dangers beyond just the spike protein. One of these dangers is antibodies that can be created against yourself, resulting in autoimmune conditions that can be extremely difficult to deal with. But that's only a downstream danger of falling for the lie that injecting something into your body to make a protein to stimulate serum antibody production will somehow protect you from future infections. They won't prevent infections, they can only react, and sometimes in a bad way, bad enough to threaten your life. Another downstream danger is the non-self protein that's created by the mRNA. It's true that the protein can be toxic, like some say the spike protein is. But whether it's toxic is not the issue here, because even if it's not toxic, it will still be biologically active and attached to cellular receptors. This creates an inflammatory immune response that will be damaging. And either if it's neither toxic nor biologically active, you're still left with the remnants of the delivery system. Toxic lipid nanoparticles made of either ALC315 or SM102, and those were cleverly hidden inside of a larger lipid nanoparticle made of normal body fats, cholesterol, and DSPC. By the way, that larger lipid nanoparticle is very curiously the same size as the SARS-CoV-2 virus. In fact, those lipid nanoparticles fit exactly what the definition of a virus is. So for those of you that don't believe viruses exist, they do. Big Pharma makes them and spreads them by injection. Let that sink in. All those dangers I just mentioned are secondary. The real danger is what your immune system does in response to injecting the message to make a protein. God designed your body with toll-like receptors that will stop foreign proteins from even being made. Unsafe RNA is detected and disabled before the proteins even get made. And if you virus deniers don't believe that our bodies make proteins from messenger RNA, you're on a whole new level of trying to refute biology. So, two biological geniuses, Carrico and Wiseman, got around that God-given protection by filling the mRNA with N1-methyl pseudouridines that evade the toll-like receptors. And they got a Nobel Prize for that? They should be shackled and hauled off to prison. Hang on, here comes a little biology. As soon as that nefarious protein starts getting made, the affected cells will start displaying parts of those proteins on their surfaces on special sites called major histocompatibility complex type 1. You have specialized cells inside of you called cytotoxic T cells, sometimes called killer T cells, and they are constantly looking at the surface of those cells for proteins that are not self. And when they find them, they will destroy those cells. This will result in varying degrees of tissue damage and pathology every single time. And we were all warned that this would happen by many doctors, researchers, and Substack writers before the shot even started going into arms. Are you awake yet? Some of you that are just starting to wake up are probably asking, doesn't that same cytotoxic T cell thing happen with natural infections? Indeed it does. But it happens at the epithelial barrier that separates the inside of you from the outside. The epithelial barrier repairs itself quickly with new cells, and in many cases, the infected person doesn't even know it happened. In rare cases, in the elderly or the immunosuppressed, severe epithelial damage can occur. Secondary bacterial infections can set in, and some of these can be deadly if they're not dealt with. But what are you doing to yourself with these mRNA injections? You're ignoring that epithelial barrier, and you're forcing tissue cells inside of your body to make foreign proteins. Cytotoxic T cells are going to destroy those cells. And some of those cells, like the myocardial cells in your heart, they don't repair themselves like epithelial cells do. This is a clear and present danger. So stop injecting yourself with this crap. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks for staying smart.